How would you feel if you found out that your worst imaginations about space are so real and have been captured on camera? Yeah, you heard that correctly. The strange stories about aliens are starting to get real, and who knows if they're getting nearer to Earth as we speak. To prove this, NASA is pushing past frontiers and spreading its tentacles far beyond space. Findings gotten from this adventure are nothing short of creepy and, well, beyond bizarre. NASA can't put a definition to these strange pictures, and we can't blame them, because when you're done watching this video, you'd feel the same too. So stick with us to the end of this video as we reveal 7 bizarre space images from James Webb Telescope that NASA still can't explain. Before we continue, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to stay connected with the latest updates. Let's dive in. Coming in at number 7. A cup, please. On the contrary, we're not asking for a cup of tea. Apollo 16 launched into space on April 16, 1972, marking a great beginning for astronomers. In the wake of the 11th day since arriving in space, the 3 pilots on board caught a glimpse of something so unimaginable that it made them shiver in fright. What they saw was a strange, round-shaped craft with a massive dome-like structure. Although they managed to take a short video lasting only a few seconds, these few seconds provided a first-hand view of anonymous UFOs. But things spiraled some months later when the tape vanished into thin air. Not for a year, but 30 whooping years. What's more, it was so strange that there were no duplicates. And that was what everyone thought, until the worker accidentally came across this tape at the Johnson Space Center. Luckily, some digital tricks provided a comprehensive view of the object. They found parallel white and cold circles covering the dome and a long, thin structure extended from the side. From the looks of it, that looked more or less like a flying saucer. These were the assumptions on the lips of enthusiasts, but to this day, NASA is yet to give an explanation. But there is still more coming up on our list. Check this. Number 6. Aliens on Mars. Or not. The idea of extraterrestrial life on Mars has been flying around for many years. Rumors? Yes. But what do we do when this is about to get proven? In an image captured by NASA's robot, Spirit, a human-like figure sitting on a boulder on the Martian surface was revealed to all and sundry. Could this be a pointer that some human folks, female, finally succeeded in fleeing to the red planet before anyone ever did? Or could rumors about aliens be true? But scientists have another side to this strange story. According to them, the reason why people see figures on the Martian surface could also be the same reason why we see faces in the clouds. And it's got a fancy name dubbed pareidolia. Pareidolia is a well-known term in psychology and the cause of many mysterious and miraculous events taking place on Earth and outside the Earth. Aside from this doubtful explanation, no one truly knows if there are aliens on Mars or not. If you think this is strange, check out this stranger one. Number 5. Explosives in space. In 2009, NASA sent the L-Cross mission on an adventure to explore the moon. Back then, it was an open secret that NASA was embarking on a kamikaze mission. Once the probe was in the orbit, the 2.2-ton payload rocket booster was shot at the moon to find debris. To achieve this, the L-Cross exploded in the southern crater of the moon, producing a plume of submerged lunar debris and materials. However, things took a strange turn when images transmitted from the mission revealed a rectangular structure in the outline of the crater. This has led to widespread assumptions that NASA dropped atomic bombs on the moon base under the pretense of lunar debris. Sounds fishy, right? Think this is strange? Number 4 is a different kettle of fish. Number 4, Thunderstruck. And no, we don't mean that in the literal sense. In 1972, while the probe carried on with its normal duty of orbiting the moon, nothing prepared NASA for the sight of a strange flash of lightning within the dark outline of the Stein crater. It's uncertain about the discharge of electricity hitting the moon's surface or rising beneath it. However, this strange occurrence has fueled the conspiracy theory that there is an underground moon base buried in the crater. This led the US government into mapping secret plans for a military base on the moon, and they dubbed it the Project Horizon, which was finally pulled off in 1966 at an outrageous sum of $6 billion. However, the project was short-lived and was cancelled by President Dwight Eisenhower, and the most reasonable explanation was a lightning sprite frequently seen on Earth. In case you don't know, lightning sprites are massive electric discharges occurring above thunderstorm clouds, giving rise to a varied range of visual shapes flickering in the sky. And this would make so much sense if the moon actually has an atmosphere. To date, no one understands why the Project Horizon was called off. Could there be more than meets the eye? Moving on, check out the next number that changes everything. Number 3. Man sees back into the origin of Mars. Well, except for the miles and miles of emptiness, not much is known about Mars' past, but that is all about to change. The American Central Intelligence Agency, in collaboration with NASA, has obtained specific information, if proven true, can change the way we see Mars. This treasured piece was obtained through remote viewing, and to put it more conveniently, it's more like an extra sense of reactivity similar to the real version of Marvel's Doctor Strange. But what's really strange is the alleged claims by a man who spoke of his ability to see into the past of Mars. He explained the information in the hands of scientists wasn't any ordinary info, but coordinates from Mars dating millions of years ago. He spoke of tall pyramids and humanoids fighting against the environmental collapse of the planet. Sadly, it seems what they feared the most happened eventually, because after that, all that remained was dust and emptiness. But here is something to brighten your day. Number 2, mystery lights. Similar to the Perseverance rover used in the Mars 2020 mission, NASA's Curiosity rover also transmits the early images captured on Mars to Earth when it took off on a mission in 2014. The image gotten shows a bizarre beam of bright light that appears behind a dome on Mars. This strange event has raised doubts among UFO enthusiasts if Mars is truly devoid of life. What raises interest about this image is the fact that only the right camera of the rover filmed the image and not the left camera. This loosely translates to the fact that the light was turned off before it was filmed by the left camera. To explain this strange image, NASA claims it could be a glint from a shiny rock, sunlight, or cosmic rays that reflect on the camera. This explanation, no matter how well NASA paints it, is unrealistic and boring when compared to the fascinating thoughts of alien lives. Right before we move to the big mysterious one, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed what you've seen so far. Topping our list today is number 1, J002E3. Back in 2012, an amateur astronomer stumbled across a bizarre object orbiting the Earth. Likewise, it was also discovered by a larger telescope that presumes it to be 50 feet long, egg-shaped, circling its own axis around 1 revolution per minute. It was named J002E3. The spinning movement made the object switch its brightness. More so, the NASA UFO program failed to discover it when scanning the Earth's space for oddities. They claim this strange object does not suit any space debris from recently launched spacecraft and must have ventured into Earth orbit recently. It had a bizarre looping orbit which was naturally unstable, causing the object to appear and disappear from the Earth's orbit, making an appearance in a solo orbit. Scientists believe that this rare object will make another appearance 3 decades from now. Nevertheless, this does not quell the rumor among enthusiasts. To them, this strange object must have been an alien craft that missed its way home. After all, there are some things science can't still explain. And this brings us to the end of today's video. Tell us what image really scared you the most, and we'll tell you what we think about it too.